Today we're going to be reviewing iSpring Suite, an e-learning software baked right in PowerPoint with some really awesome features that PowerPoint itself doesn't offer. So let's jump right into it and let's look at its capabilities. Thanks to iSpring for sponsoring this video. So if you don't know, iSpring is basically an online training software tool used to help build these online courses right in PowerPoint. They've got some really unique and useful tools that PowerPoint itself doesn't usually offer, such as these narration tools, these interactive tools, and even their own content library to use. And once you're done inputting all of these into a PowerPoint, you can always just publish it through iSpring and get a link out of it that you can just share with your employees or your students to use and access, even if they don't have an iSpring account themselves, which I find really useful. So let's start by having a look at some of these interactive tools. They have this quiz feature here that you just can click on and create a really simple quiz in their own quiz maker kind of tab that opens up. I found in testing that it was pretty easy to make my own customized quiz in this quiz maker, and it's really easy to input as well. So for example, you could click here and it opens up this tab over here with what the quiz will look like this, and then we can just save and return to course, and it creates this really professional looking quiz that can be used by other people accessing your PowerPoint. The only caveat to this is it's not able to be used right in PowerPoint. You have to publish it to your iSpring account and then you can use it through there, which I'll show you later. However, they do provide this preview button which can show you what it will look like once it's published, which is really useful. So for instance, this sample quiz would look like this once you export it. It would look like this, and it's very easy to use, like that, which is wrong, etc. And they've even got these interactive items that can be put into these quizzes, which is really cool. Look very professional. Now, next up we have interaction. So this is another really cool tool that I think is really useful, especially for teachers and university learning and things like that, for courses, as well as also corporate interaction and courses for things like training and other things like that. For instance, we can just click on their own sample interaction to show how it can be used. And before we insert it, we can even preview it. And for example, this interaction would look a bit like this. And you can just interact with this by clicking like this, and you can customize it however you want to say whatever you want here, and it's like you can scroll on it. So it's all baked in. Of course, all of this I'm just scratching the surface with. If you want to play around with it more, you can go to their website and download iSpring and test it out for yourself. They've got loads of really informative tutorials about how to properly use these interactions. I'm just showing the bare bones of their tools. But let's continue. In addition to these tools, we've even got things like inserting YouTube and web objects, screen recording, narrations, and things like that, which can be done in PowerPoint, but it's good that iSpring also offers these tools, and I've found that they're usually more customizable in this iSpring suite rather than right in PowerPoint. The next thing we're going to look at is their content library of characters, backgrounds, objects, icons, and slide templates. For those of you who have been watching my channel or using PowerPoint for a while, you'll know that PowerPoint does have an inbuilt icon and picture library, but iSpring expands on this with their own cartoon and realistic looking characters, such as the ones shown on screen, which can be used in numerous ways. They even have backgrounds for slides that don't just have to be used in conjunction with their characters, it can just be used on its own. They also have objects which can be used with the backgrounds, a lot of which correlate to each other quite well. For instance, we can make a really simple scene by just going to backgrounds. Let's say we could go to education, we could choose this, insert that right into PowerPoint. We have a nice high quality background here, and then if we go to objects, we can put in some more stuff, such as this blackboard. I think that really fits the style that we're working with. So we could put that like here. We could even use PowerPoint's normal features such as text, and we could just say hello and animate that to zoom in, and that will also be inbuilt once we publish the final presentation. And then adding to the slide, we can use some of their characters to put into this scene, such as this cartoon character in, and we can just add that to slide and then plop that right there. So as you can see, you can just use iSpring's content library really easily to make nice looking slides. And finally, linking to this content library, iSpring also has a roleplay feature, which is really useful for engaging the audience. So for example, we could click on the roleplay, and that opens iSpring Talkmaster, which is where you can start creating new roleplays. And what that basically means is you can create scenes such as this one, which is fully interactive, and it's really easy to use with the links between each scene shown visually, and it's fairly simple to work with, especially after watching some of iSpring's own tutorials about how to use this role-playing software. And finally, once you're done, all you need to do is hit publish, and it will convert this whole presentation with all the interactive features to a HTML5 version or you can do it to iSpring Space, which is their cloud service, or LMS, or even YouTube as a video. So let's just go ahead and click publish to show you what the final product would look like. And now we can just click view course and it will open up the presentation in a web file, and you can see how interactive it is. All these quizzes are as it was shown before, and then you can proceed through the slides as you normally would in a PowerPoint. The only bad thing is that transitions won't show, but animations will. So for example, in this slide we created earlier, this animation will still show if we press the play button. And all in all, this product is really useful for creating online tools. I wouldn't recommend it just for individual use, but if you're using it for a class or corporate training environment, this tool can be really useful to create interactive and easy presentations to help people learn. I hope you found this video informative, and if you did, check out how to make this really cool carousel animation right in PowerPoint.